Welcome everyone to this 20-minute yoga flow focused on balance, strength and stability, especially through the legs without even feeling like a workout. So we're going to start the practice today in our child's pose. So lower the knees to the mat and gently sink the hips back towards the heels. Fold forward into child's pose and letting the forehead rest down, arms soft and relaxed. Here, giving the body the opportunity to arrive. Let the breath deepen naturally. And with every exhale, soften the shoulders, the jaw, the space between the brows. And this is your moment to let go of effort. Nothing to prove, nowhere to get to. Simply resting, grounding, and reconnecting with yourself. And here, if you want, you can start moving the shoulders sideways, perhaps a forehead. And then when you're ready, we're going to return into a hero position. And sweep the arms up as we inhale, lengthening through the spine, and exhale down once more. Nice deep breath in, arms up, and exhale down. Now we're going to curl all toes under, so coming into a toe stretch. And you may lean forward slightly or rest the hands onto the thighs. That will make it a little bit easier. And I know it is an intense stretch, so really breathe into it. Trying to notice any sensations without resistance. Just know that this stretch really supports your balance and stability in all standing postures. You've got this, just a few more breaths. Wonderful, we are done. So now let's release the toes if you want, or you can keep them curled under. And we're going to take a cat and cow stretch. So inhale to bring the arms up, exhale to the heart space, and then bring the arms forward, really round the spine, chin to the chest. As you exhale, inhale, arms into cactus. And we're going to repeat this movement a few times. Exhale around the spine like a half moon, and inhale, cactus arms, collarbone spreading away from each other. That's it, a few more nice and deep breaths here to awaken the spine, to move the upper body. And now releasing, let's come into a tabletop position. And from here, lifting the knees, sending the hips up, coming into our downward facing dog. Starting to pedal the feet on the spot, bending one knee at a time, and feel the backs of the legs awaken. Now look forward, bend the knees and hop to a standing position. Arms coming up, inhale, and exhale. Let's come into our chair pose. Weight in the heels, chest is lifted, arms are reaching forward. And let's begin to pulse here. You can bring your hands to the heart space, pulse. A few times, going a little bit lower each time, really working with activating the thighs now. Feel the legs switching on, strong, steady. Hold it here. Hold, and then twisting your chair pose to the right side. So, left elbow hooking outside the right thigh. You can bring the gaze up if you feel comfortable here. Keep the knees as aligned as possible and lengthen through the spine. So now bring the gaze back down, and we're going to bring the left foot all the way back into this reverse lunge variation. You can take a bind here, so bringing your right arm around the back, And your left arm underneath your right thigh here, bringing your fingers to touch. Hold it for a few breaths, feeling that openness in the upper body, the strength that you're cultivating in your legs. Okay, so from here we're going to release the bind, bringing the left hand down and the right arm up. Simple twist. Lengthen on the inhale and hold it here. Rotate a little bit more on the exhale. Now with control, bringing the gaze down, we're going to step the top leg, the foot, all the way back into a side plank position, or you can also just walk the foot a couple of times. And if you want, you can also lift the top leg, engaging the outer hips and the core, staying here strong, steady and empowered into a side plank position, pushing through the left hand. And then releasing into a plank pose. We're going to take our flow, so coming all the way down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Nice and deep stretch, and exhale back into a downward facing dog. And from here, gaze forward again. We're going to hop to the front of the mat, coming up into a standing position, arms coming up as we inhale, and exhale, hand to the heart space. Let's return back into that chair pose, and we're going to do our airplane mode. So inhale, arms forward, and exhale, lifting the heels, arms back. And again, inhale, arms forward, and exhale, arms back, lift the heels, really working with the calves and the back of the legs. Let's repeat that flow a couple of times, really following the breath here. Finding that strength, finding the balance. And now hold it here in our airplane mode. Hold, hold, hold. Beautiful, and then let's release and take our chair pose twist on the opposite side. So hooking that right elbow to the outside of your left thigh right now. Fixing your gaze wherever is comfortable for you. And once again, we're going to take a reverse lunge position, right leg back, staying in the twist. You can also take the bind if you want, wrapping your left arm around the back, right underneath your left thigh. Hold it here, breathing into that strength and the openness. Release the bind, right hand down, left arm lifts for a gentle twist. And when you're ready, we're going to transition back into a side plank position. So bringing your top leg all the way back, feet aligned, or perhaps your top foot forward of the other, or you can also lift that top leg up for an extra challenge. Staying here, hold it, breathing through any discomfort. We're going to prepare to release, returning into a plank position, lower into your chaturanga, inhale up dog, and exhale, press back to downward dog. Pedal the feet, shaking out the legs, noticing the strength you have cultivated in both sides of the body. And notice the strength and the fact that you waited there, you've done it, guys. Again, hopping forward, bringing your arms up, inhale, and exhale, bring your hands to the heart space. So we're going to start a balance flow now to the right side. But first of all, I want you to really feel both feet firmly grounded onto the mat. I want you to find that connection here with your roots and the ground. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the right knee to the belly button. Hands can stay onto the waist. And let's hold it here. First, finding the balance, the first step of the balance. Hands now can come to the heart space. Stay focused, bringing the arms up if you want, lengthening through the spine. And we're going to Bring that right leg all the way back, extend it rather into a warrior three positions. Arms are reaching forward. Strong through the standing leg, long through the spine. And now from here we're going to transition into half moon pose. Open into it, bringing your left fingertips down and your right arm all the way up. Chest and hips stacking and the gaze remains steady. You can also bring your hands onto the waist if that feels more comfortable. Hold it here and just telling yourself, I am strong. I can do it. Now we're going to lower the hands, bend the right knee in, redraw it to the belly as we're coming all the way up. And then cross the right ankle over the left thigh and sink back into a figure four chair pose. Feel the hips open while the legs stay strong. From here, coming up, release and reach back for the right foot. So coming into dancer's pose, first find your balance and then open into dancer's pose by lifting your right knee and thigh higher and higher and your left arm forward. So leaning more towards the front of the mat. Kick the foot into your hand and heart is lifting. You can take your mudra here if you want as well. And then slowly releasing into a final standing balancing position, our tree pose. So knee to the belly button first, hands to the heart space. Hold it here first. Hold, hold, hold. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the foot and place it either onto the inner thigh or perhaps the inner calf, or even rest it on top of your left ankle. Gaze is fixed down and give it the beautiful focus that you have already cultivated. Beautiful, let's release, placing the right foot down, shake it out here a couple of times, well done. Bringing the arms up, inhale, exhale, forward fold, releasing. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, forward fold and jumping into plank pose, chaturanga, upward dog and then downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, staying here for a few breaths. This is your break, noticing the changes in your body. And then bringing the gaze forward, jumping to the front of the mat. Inhale to bring the arms to the side of the body. Now we're going to come onto the same balancing flow on the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to lift that left knee towards the belly button. Hold it here, nice and steady. I really want you to bring that awareness and the focus that you have cultivated already to this side as well. And then hand to the heart space. Now bring the arms forward, sending that left leg back into a warrior three position. A tip here, you can also keep a micro bend in your right knee if you're losing your balance. Now locking the gaze down on the floor. Fixing the gaze that will really help you to stay focused and stay present in your body. Next, opening into half moon position, so bringing your right fingertips to the front of the mat, reaching your left arm up, or if you rather a little bit more support, you can also bring that hand onto your waist. Stacking the hips, hold it here, noticing if you're struggling and where you're struggling. Is it the body or is it the mind stopping you? Lower that left hand to the front of the mat here, bending your left knee, and we're going to come into a standing position as slow as you can here so we don't lose the balance, and then crossing your left ankle on top of the right thigh. You can also help here with your hand if you want. Chair pose, figure 4 variation of chair pose, lowering down. And by now you're noticing your leg muscles being fatigued, and we want to keep holding and keep practicing. This is a great workout. It's balancing flow and a great way to cultivate awareness and focus. Releasing now the left knee to the belly button. Hold it here and then gently starting to open into a dancer's position. So grabbing hold of your left foot with your left hand, right arm comes forward. Again, you can take your mudra, and a reminder you can always keep a micro bend in your right knee if you're feeling that you're losing the balance here. And let's hold it. You can keep the gaze down. It doesn't matter how you look, it only matters how you feel. Wonderful. Now let's start to release, bringing that left knee back to the belly button and take a final balancing position, a tree pose on the opposite side. So just take the same variation that you took on the opposite side. You're going to hold it here. If you feel safe, you can close the eyes, go deeper into yourself, into your body. Beautiful. Now let's release here, placing the left foot down, shake it out through both legs. Well done. You've done that hardest part of today's practice. So from here we're going to open the legs to the side, toes facing to the side, knees as well, coming into our yogic squat. So sink the hips down and let the heels feel heavy into the earth. Press the elbows gently into the knees and lift the chest and lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, releasing any tension. This is a powerful grounding shape, strong through the legs and open through the hips. Stay rooted, stay steady, and trust the support beneath you. Now we're going to release, and I want you to bring the arms forward and see if you can come into a seated position, just using your core. And then lying all the way back onto your back into recline position. And prepare for bridge pose. So bringing your closer to the glutes so they are aligned with your knees. And then pressing the palms down. With the next exhale, lifting the arms up and over, lifting the hips into a bridge pose. Inhale to lower hips and arms. And exhale, lifting up, squeezing through the thighs, hugged in your thighs. And inhale down. Exhale to push up, to press up. Inhale to lower down. And again. Exhale, coming up, pressing through the feet, engaging the thighs, and inhale down. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to lift up with the next exhale and now hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, lowering all the way down with control. Bring the knees to the chest and move sideways here, releasing any tension from the lower back. So from here we're going to take our shoulder stand pose. So extend the legs into shoulder stand, supporting the lower back with your hands. And feel that strength, feel that stillness and ease. Now from here, we're going to come into plow pose. So slowly starting to lower the legs overhead into plow, allowing the spine to decompress. But if this position is not accessible to you right now, you can just take your wind release position. So from here, we're going to bring the knees to the heart space instead. So just take any pose that feels comfortable in your body. And whatever you do, I want you to keep breathing throughout the whole duration of this position. Now from plow, we're going to bring the hands onto the lower back for support, gently starting to unroll the spine all the way down, knees to the chest, and then we're going to extend the left leg forward, the right knee stays to the chest, and then we're going to take a supine twist. So shuffle the buttocks all the way to the right side and letting the knee drop to the left side, opening your right arm to the side. The head can follow that same direction, keeping the eyes closed here, and let the full body release. You have worked so hard today through these balancing flows, and now is your time to rest and feel the rejuvenation in your body. Allow your face to soften and your breath to slow down. Let us bring the head back to the center, releasing, bringing the whole spine onto the mat, and then drawing your left knee in, extending your right leg forward, shuffle the buttocks to the left side, and then bringing your left knee all the way to the right side. Again, spinal twist, bringing with you all that awareness and relaxation and rejuvenation you have cultivated on the other side. Allow the body to melt, to relax, knowing there's nothing else that you need to do right now. Again, releasing by bringing the head back to center, rolling all the way to the back. And then we're going to come into a seated position. So rolling all the way to one side, coming into a cross-legged pose and taking your time here. Notice the strength in your legs, the steadiness in your breath, and the calm in your mind. And I want you to carry this balance with you on and off the mat. Thank you for showing up today for yourself, and thank you so much for tuning in to one of my videos. I hope you have an amazing time, and I will see you in the next video.